India's fight against diabetes and obesity could be on the verge of a big turning point. The patent for semaglutide is set to expire, and that's opening the floodgates. More than 50 pharma companies are gearing up to launch their own versions of this particular drug in the Indian market in the coming weeks. And now, this is the same drug sold globally under brand names like Ozempic, Wegovy, and also Rybelsus. It's widely used to manage type 2 diabetes and also helps in long-term weight loss. And these drugs were developed by Danish pharma giant Novo Nordisk. And now, with the patent expiring, the market is set for a major shakeup. Viewers, so what does this mean for Indians? Simply put it this way, prices are likely to fall. A drug that was once out of reach for many could soon become far more accessible. And that's because once a patent expires, other companies can make generic versions of the same drug. Same molecule, same effect, but at a much lower cost since they don't have to recover massive research investments. At a time when obesity, diabetes, and related heart and kidney diseases are rising sharply across the country, this could be a game changer. India has the second highest number of adults living with diabetes globally, represents fertile ground for such therapies, but there's a catch to this. With wider access comes the challenge of regulation. Ensuring the drug is used safely, responsibly, and only under medical supervision, that will be key, and that will be a major challenge. And to help us understand what this really means, we have Dr. Parjeet Kaur, Associate Director, Endocrinology, Medanta Hospital. A very good afternoon to you, Doctor. What kind of a moment is this for India's fight against diabetes and obesity? With the patent expiring, the drug will be far more accessible than before.
Yes. So I feel it's a huge turning point. We need to look at it from the two aspects. One is, of course, we need to be clear in our mind what does this medicine or Ozempic is meant for. So this Ozempic is a medicine, and it is meant for people who has diabetes along with obesity, right? So it has no doubt shown wonderful results. It's a kind of a revolutionary drug which has helped millions of people till now in managing their diabetes, not only diabetes, but in terms of very good cardiovascular outcomes and metabolic health outcomes. In fact, India, we are struggling with obesity, not just the generalized obesity, we struggle a lot with the visceral obesity, the belly fat, which is much more dangerous for this. And this drug has shown to have wonderful results in this subset of population. But the problem is, in fact, it's really required also because till now only few handful of people were able to afford it because of the cost. Coming at the low cost will definitely help all those people who really need this medication. At the same time, the second aspect is people who really actually do not need and who are using this medicine already for a cosmetic purpose, the use will be increased. There's a fear that people will be taking these medications just for the cosmetic purpose because it's so cheap, easily available. And there is a big fear that people will start taking this medicine without any medical supervision. That's my biggest fear here because already it is going on, and now patent being off, being easily available, this will again become a problem. So we need actually a very good regulation. Without the right kind of education, right kind of protocols being placed in place, that who can use it, who are who has authority to prescribe it. That's very important to understand that currently it's not that all doctors can also prescribe it. There are endocrinologists, cardiologists who are able to prescribe it, or physicians, but not like people are using it in the wellness packages and the cosmetic centers. So it's going to be a huge, there are two aspects, definitely. I'm very positive, very happy that patients will be able to afford it. But at the same time, misuse is something we need to be cautious about.
That's right, Dr. Kaur. Regulation is important, but education is also equally, paramount. So, speaking about generics, what are the differences that patients need to really look out for from branded drugs like Ozempic and the ones that I mentioned, and also generics with now the patent expiring? What are the differences?
So usually one thing is very clear, the molecule is exactly the same. So molecule is the same, which is being tested in the trials. But what we also worry when so many generics, you are saying 50 plus, but I know 100 plus are coming at the market. So then we are also afraid about the quality control, how they are made, and we have to be cautious about the good companies, what they are making and what is available, especially in the periphery. When we go to the periphery, what kind of availability. At the same time, cold chain is equally important to be maintained for this injection. And if this cold chain is broken somewhere, medication can become ineffective. So obviously we have to be careful about these factors as well beyond the misuse.
Dr. Kaur, weight loss is trending every time, you step into New Year. In the first couple of months, everybody wants to set their weight loss goals. So, in light of this latest trend, do you think that this particular drug, which will be manufactured, generically by about 50 to 100 companies, like you said, would probably be a bane than a boon?
Right. Probably it will be, but at the same time, as I'm emphasizing again and again, it's just not a weight loss drug. We should not keep on taking for the weight loss because this is a medicine. We need to understand its effects, its side effects also. It's not completely free of side effects. It does give you a lot of gut side effects, at least for the initial few months, minor ones though, not a major one. So just taking people who are looking for shortcuts definitely not meant for them because it needs a lot of supervision. It gives you some muscle loss also. Quality of life can also go away if it is not taken under supervision because we guide patients how to take it, how to gradually escalate, taking care of their muscle, their diet, their exercise. This is not going to go anywhere. Lifestyle is not going to go anywhere. If somebody is thinking they can give up lifestyle and start taking shortcut, their quality of life will go down. They will lose weight, but their quality of life will go down. So it is a medicine and has to be taken under supervision. Yeah.
Dr. Kaur, you spoke about regulation. How strong is India's regulatory system that is in place to tackle, the surge in demand that is, probably seen in the near future once this drug is manufactured by others?
Right. Yeah, I'm afraid I don't think so. Regulation is that much in place because we are already seeing this even before the patent being off. People are able to procure it somehow online also. How they are getting it. So this is a really a big concern here that regulatory authorities has to do something about it. Uh, Otherwise, it's going to be a challenge. Yeah.
There's also, over prescription and even black market, misuse of this particular
Yeah.
drug. So how are patients supposed to tackle this? Because over prescription is when they, over prescribe this particular drug to people, and also black marketing is, you get counterfeit products as well under the same brand name, but the medicine will be different.
Yes. So we have to make sure where the patients are procuring the medicine. So that is again very important to be connected with the doctors to get the medicine because we are aware of the right kind of dealership or the people who are distributors we know about, and maybe we can get them in touch with the companies also so that they make sure they do not get for the black market. That's why again and again I think it's important to get a prescription from it from authorized person from a doctor and then go ahead and buy the medicine rather than just getting it written by somebody else or just going to the black market and getting it on your own because definitely then the quality cannot be ensured.
And doctor, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has time and again emphasized that India must fight obesity. And with the rise in obesity and also diabetes cases, do you think that, wider access to this particular drug could be a game changer and also, have better health outcomes in the society?
Yes, I do agree. Because till now, see, the obesity is no doubt has a lifestyle, has a big role to play, how we eat, how we exercise. But at the same time, genetics also has a huge role to play in obesity. And that's where we were getting stuck usually till now that people were already trying also to their best, they were not able to lose weight. With the help of this medication and a combination of lifestyle measures, definitely I think we can tackle obesity and prevent the development of diabetes and heart diseases in future. So what I want to convey here is it has to be a combination. It cannot be just a medicine. Already somebody is doing it. In fact, we also prescribe these medication to only those who are already motivated enough. They have tried their best for 3, 4 months in the lifestyle. And then when this is given as a support to lose weight, no doubt, definitely it will help, I think, a
So
lot of
what
people.
happens if the patients, achieve their weight loss goals and they stop taking semaglutide? What really happens? Are there any side effects after you stop the usage of this particular medicine?
Right. So for that, we need to understand what our goal is. For someone who's giving, for example, we are giving this medicine for people with diabetes. So it's a diabetes medicine. Like we continue diabetes medicine for lifelong. It's a chronic problem. We need to continue this. We should not think of stopping this because sometimes people have this opinion, okay, this is a short-term medicine, it will give you weight loss and then we can stop. No, it should not because all the benefits will go away. No side effect will appear, but benefits will go away. Even the benefits of weight loss will also go away. People start regaining weight when they stop this medication. And another way to tackle that is that's why we always emphasize at each and every visit lifestyle, diet, exercise is equally important. So for people with diabetes, heart issues, kidney issues, liver issues, no doubt this is the medication should be continued for a long time, not like a short-term therapy.
Doctor, when verification of quality comes, what are the things that, patients and consumers must really watch out for? What are those parameters or those readings or stamps that we need to look at? Because generics are going to enter the market within no time.
Right. So, first of all, we have to be careful in reading the labels, what exactly the salt name written, whether the salt is written or not, the salt semaglutide is written or not, the dosage is right kind of dosages, the company which is manufacturing it, and usually companies they have their own details, and then from wherever distributor you're getting it, whether they're maintaining the cold chain. So I think this is usually in a well-established the distributors, and usually we do not face this problem. But again, medicine color, for example, that can also be watched for. Is it discolored or not? So all these are small things I think we need to guide patients about.